Well, good afternoon, YouTube and Rumble and everybody else. Went to the range this past weekend. Finally, the June time frame in the upstate of South Carolina is back where it used to be, when it used to feel really like summer, which is to say it was sort of hot. But this is the way it's supposed to be up here. One of the things I did, just to follow up on the last video with the Zohan Walkie Talkie, was we took two of these out there and ran them, and I walked around on the range with them and everything. The walkie-talkie portion of it, this proves the value. And once again, I'm going to put the link in the description right here. But yeah, this is a good little tool to have with you when you're on the range and you're doing things and you want to communicate with people without screaming at them or taking your headset off. One of the things I shot, and when you take this out, it's hard not to shoot it the whole time. I took out the Staccato P. Now this is empty. This is getting ready to go get a paint job, so that's why I'm shooting this video now before I take it out. And we're going to put a little Cerakote on it just to dress it up a little bit because it's a nice gun. And there were no surprises with this gun. The thing with this gun is that when you so I took out the Staccato C2, the Staccato CS, and the Staccato P. And when you line them all up and you look at the difference in size, there's not a bunch of difference between the CS and the C2. And there's not a bunch of difference between the C2 and the P. And then after you shoot this one and you're sticking it out there and driving it out there and finding the dot, which I have the loophole Delta Point Pro back on it again, because it's cut for this. I don't have to have a plate between the gun and the optic. So, and if you're going to go that route, then you need to go to Dawson Precision and get this piece right here. When you're sticking this out there and you find that dot and then you just let it go, man, that gun shoot is good. Look at this, and we'll finish this up real quick. Not a big, long video. Go take a look. I believe the tale of the tape tells the story, don't you? Now, for a lot of people, the Staccato C2 is the perfect gun because of its size and because of the attributes it comes with it, which it comes with a lot of the attributes that this gun comes with, right? It comes with the same size magazines, you know, the full wide body sized magazine. So, you know, you can stick a 30 rounder in there if you want to. The CS, which has a thinner magazine, the magazines aren't compatible between the CS and this gun, for example. But the thing about this is that this is such a refined shooting experience. Given the money, if I had a $5,000 budget, I think before I bought some of the more, the bigger Staccatos, I think I buy this one and maybe compensate it. And then I just go buy a bunch of ammo. And I spend that $5,000, but I mean, this just shoots so well. It just shoots so well. I had no issues at all. Now, the magazines, some of these magazines that I've got now, I've had since 2019. And they have had, 5 generations now of staccatos running staccatos out of them. And some of them, most of them don't even slide back anymore. And I had one that caused some feeding issues on the Staccato C2. The guns themselves, it truly is the sweet spot as far as tolerance. It's very reliable. It's very accurate. It's very fast. It's already, there's no need to shoot it 500 times to break it in. When you stick it out there the first time, you're broken in already. You're going out broken in. So yes, I like Staccato Ps. Now the thing is, I have one, right? A lot of people would say, yeah, well, it's a pretty expensive gun to have and everything. And yet, lots of people have them. The thing about Staccato that I think a lot of people overlook when they're out there getting all stuck up on the price point is that A lot of companies are making their own 2011 type pistol now because of the stampede that these guys started. So everybody's trying to catch up with them. In this particular style of gun, these guys are basically in the same position as Glock when Glock came out with their polymer striker-fired pistol. So everybody's trying to catch up to them. All the ones that don't cost as much aren't as good. All the ones that are better cost more. And that's just simply the nature of the beast. But a lot of this is in reaction to this. So I decided to stick with this. If you like this kind of content, and I hope you do, please, if you would be so kind, give me a thumbs up. I want to mention again my new podcast sponsor for Lock and Load with Bill Frady, that being Common Sense Retirement Planning. Philip Allen is a prepper in his soul, and when he designs your retirement program, what he's doing is he's making contingencies for everything that might come up. Because if you're going to retire, you want to have that guaranteed income. And what Philip does is he designs your portfolio to where, one, tactically he's looking at it, what you have already. They call it the Common Sense Retirement Roadmap. They call this, it's a little bit like a flow chart. They're looking at what you got. It's a Polaroid snapshot in time of your fiscal health. They take that and then they start designing this to where you have that guaranteed income. But the guaranteed income at the same time has to take into account two things that retirees look at a lot. At some point, there's going to be a reduction in Social Security. And that's going to be maybe 20, 23, 25% a cut across the board. So they don't even include that in their equation. The other part is it's got to outrun inflation. If it doesn't outrun inflation, that means it's attacking your cash position, which means you run out of money prematurely. They don't like it. They don't like it at all. Check them out, csrp.info, Common Sense Retirement Planning. Common sense is what defines them. Like I said, if you like this, give me a thumbs up. And maybe subscribe. That would be very, very nice. And I am